Hi, my name's Alex Palmer, Prof. Palmer, and I teach Earth Science at Rosmini. One of my areas of interest is not just geology, but glaciers, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about glaciers in a few minutes.
You live in Italy, England, Germany and New Zealand. Based on your experience, on an international level, how does water availability affect the stability of a certain region?
Well, it's an excellent question. Water is absolutely essential, as we know, for life, and its availability, even today, is problematic around the world. Many people don't get fresh water, and certainly not clean fresh water. As climate change gets worse, we're going to see areas become drier and drier, and in fact, it's going to cause more conflict. We are familiar in Italy with a lot of immigrants coming from Africa to Italy for a better life. But that's very small compared to those who will need to move if water cannot be found in their original land. In fact, in the South Sahara, there has been a conflict about 10 years ago where there used to be a lake and people would come to the lake from 4 different countries on the border. The lake has now evaporated because it's very hot due to climate change. Those people have started to try and move to find water elsewhere, and it's led to conflict. We already know places like the Middle East are hot and dry and have additional political challenges like Israel and its neighbours Jordan and Syria. But Israel only has 3 rivers. I've been there. So when the river that comes from their neighbouring country is somehow blocked or water is diverted, there is almost a war. So yes, we're going to see increased geopolitical tension due to a lack of water.
How is this problem concerning water availability experienced in our own region?
Well, here in Trentino, if we think about the main activities that we use for economics, but also our own private lives, think of agriculture, apples, viticulture, making wine, but also we're famous here for skiing, snowboarding and activities in winter. The snow is starting to get less, we know that. On Monte Bondone, above where I live, they are making more snow each year than they actually receive naturally. That costs money and water. You've got to pump water up there. This is a big problem. So we're going to have a challenge to continue to be able to offer skiing and snowboarding in the future if there's less snow. But think about also the water needed for agriculture. Our main export is some of the world's best wine. What happens when we run out of water for that? Now fortunately we live in the mountains. We're probably going to get some rain. But think of other regions nearby, but also just the way we use water in our own homes will have to change. We will have to be much more careful in how we use water. We might even need to collect our own water rather than relying on water coming from the Sindico.
So here's a little explanation for our international friends that don't know what sindaco means. Here in Trentino, as you may have noticed by now, we have some very good water. This water comes right from the mountains around us, and this is why we call tap water acqua del sindaco, which literally means the mayor's water.